Hello everybody! Welcome back to another stream. Welcome one, welcome all. Pleasure to have each and every one of you with us again. How's everybody doing? Hello Cock, congratulations on being first. DeltaV Ration stream at last. Well, you know, they tend to happen at some point. Because as it turns out, I don't know how to make rockets that have high DeltaV values. Because, oh boy, let me tell you, that last one that we sent to Moho did not have nearly enough. Hello Pyro, how are you doing tonight? How art thou? Are you enjoying your, I suppose morning for me, perhaps maybe an evening for you. And yes, it is in fact a early stream. It is what it is. I've got some crazy scheduling that has happened this today, which means that my stream has to happen at a weird time. We'll be going from about 10, which, you know, is a half an hour ago, to about 2. So, you know, it is what it is. It's the best thing I can do, get the usual stream time in, the amount that I want it to be. So, it is what it is. How are all y'all doing? I hope you're doing well, taking care. You know, I expect views to be rather sporadic. It is quite literally the middle of the day here on the East Coast, so I'm sure most normal people are going to be quite busy. Excuse me. You doing okay? You had a bit of a mad day though? Yeah, that's fair enough, Pyro. That's fair enough. What's got your day feeling meh? We're gonna go ahead, I think, and basically jump straight into the stream, because if I don't, we're gonna have problems. Just in making sure we have enough time to get everything we want to do done. KSP is one hell of a time sink, let me tell you. I love the game, but it is a whole experience. It's a whole thing that I have to get done. Let me go ahead and actually finish putting out self-promotions across the board. Bada bing, bada boom. And we'll swing on down over here. We'll get another bada bing, a bada boom. We'll give them another bada boom. Hey Shmee, give me a YouTube link with extra cheese. Give me a za with nothing. Nothing? Yeah, you know it. Alright, there we go. And we are nearly there. Let's swing on back around, make it happen. The Kerbal Space Program. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Patching conics. You're just kind of feeling down at the moment. For no reason, really. I think it may have been a happy crash because yesterday was going really well. So, kind of like a sugar crash. Huh. I have to say, I've never experienced anything of the sort that is reminiscent of that. But I'm sorry to hear that's occurring for you. There's the Kerbal Space Program. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up on the screen. Sometimes these things just need an update. But it is how it is. Yeah, that sucks. When last we left off, we had attempted to put a mission to Moho. And it turned out we didn't have nearly enough DeltaV to get into Moho orbit. Not even close. So we ended up redirecting that mission to Jewel, of all places. So that is where we're at. We've completed several missions to the moon and to Minmus. We'll pop over here in the track station. We can kind of get a broadband view of everything that's happening. What is this? What conic is that? It's gone. What conic was that? It's gone. What the fuck? Huh? Weird. Well, as you can see, we have our scan approved, which is going to be en route to Duna soon. I should open the transfer map. Get a look at these things. Scanner Pro Mark J1. This is our most recent launch. It is yet to leave Kerbin's sphere of influence, but it is on a kind of wild trajectory out of the Kerbin system. But once it does do that, it's going to take this very long route out and hit a nice jewel encounter. We should have enough DeltaV to then seal our orbit, and then we can do some cool stuff in the jewel system. So that'll be fun. I so deeply wish I could get these linked to something and hide them from the tracking station. Like, they're the little question marks too, so I guess I can toggle those. It also hides the asteroids, which is a shame, but yeah, probably worth it. We can toggle those back on if we want to find more. You managed a solo Tricephalus yesterday. Had the perfect setup. Holy Great Stars and Frost Rotten Battle Hammer. I see. That is quite the setup. There is something I've wanted to check on, actually, lately, which is that we have all of these scanner probes we've put out technically do have access to a science aspect. So we head back to Scanner Probe Mark 1.5. If we fly this, there's an option on all the ScanSat things to just analyze data. So I would like to try that. Oh my god, I forgot how primitive this version is. It's so shitty. Hello, Kerbin. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Pretty sure this one also only has enough DeltaV to, not DeltaV. Only has the built-in reaction wheels for the probe core, so that's a whole thing. So the high-resolution imager doesn't have that option. Can't do anything with the pressure, temperature. But which one is it? This one. Advanced Resource Mapper? Scan sensor? Yes. We can analyze our data for resources. Now, if we look at our ScanSat map, change our celestial body to Kerbin, as you can see, we actually have a pretty much full coverage of Kerbin at this point, so that's cool. Got our bathymetry, we've got biome. We can pop over the visual map, though. Look at that. Beautiful. Got a great view of Kerbin. Excuse me. So, if we go ahead and analyze data resources. Resource scan from Kerbin. Finally have some data about resources on Kerbin, because as everyone knows, if you want basic information about your own planet, nothing beats sending an expensive, complicated satellite into orbit. Damn straight. Keep that experiment. Actually, wait. I gotta transmit. We can't bring this home. Alright, we'll go ahead and transmit that data. Yep. 20 science received, it looks like. Sweet. So this will just be like a nice little science boost, methinks. What is this hovering over our... that's new. That's different. I've never seen this before. Hopefully that goes away if I change locations. Alright, multispectral scanner. Let's analyze our multispectral data. This biome data is truly astounding. You just hope that it's crumb resistant, as you remember getting a particularly messy box of snacks the day the sensor was installed. That's hope indeed. Alright, 45 data received from multispectral analysis. Wonderful. Analyze our visual data. At last we get a good map of the surface of our own planet. There will be of a surprising little use, as there doesn't seem to be any Kerbals on the surface. It's worth 0 science for some reason. That's funny. I would have expected at least a little bit. Can we get scans from our radar altimeter? We can. You become mesmerized by all the colors and data the new high-resolution technology provides. Suddenly, mission control awakes you from your stupor, and you quickly wipe the drool from the corner of your mouth. transmit that, please. Ooh, that's a big drop load. Ooh, 80 science received for that one. Let's go. I have no idea what the big scanner actually does. Let's see. Are there any others that I could do with this? Let's see. Science. Because what are the different map types? We've got resources. We've got radar, altimetry. We have multispectral for biomes. And we have visual. Is that all of them? Altimetry, slope, biome, visual. I think slope is derived from altimetry anyways, so that doesn't really change anything. So I think that is what it is, unfortunately. Interesting, there are no detected anomalies on the surface of Kerbin. Well, cool. Let's see. I'll start disable or from toggle overlay. Oh, hello. Overlay indeed. Alright, well, that scanner probably did something. Let's head back to the tracking station, and we should be able to do this same transmission thing with all of the scan stats we put up, which will be a nice boost of science, so we should see how much it's actually worth. Lunar Relay Beta, Scan Probe Marker 1.5, Scanner Probe, Min Scanner, Lunar Scanner. Let's start with the Lunar Scanner, even though I think we put it in second, oddly. But let's give it a look. Ah, yes. Start object tracking. Needs to be activated on a solar orbit. Infrared telescope on space high over the moon. No available science on transmission, so that sucks. This has full connection, so multispectral scanner. Analyze data. Interesting. Never knew the moon had biomes. Wonder which of them the cheese is in. And there are any other snacks there as well. Interesting. Interesting that it's not complete. I wonder, how does our moon map look? Does it have big holes in it? It does have some Swiss cheese, admittedly. At least on the visual. Altimetry. Yeah. It's got some big holes in it, actually. Altimetry, slope, biome, visual. Oh, biome has massive holes in it. Interesting. So maybe the moon one needs to stay in orbit a little bit longer before we start trying to pull data from it. It's probably in a bad orbit, honestly, for what it's trying to do. There's a lot of anomalies on the moon. You should probably consider checking those out. Let's see. Alright, we'll come back to the moon later, and we will worry about connecting that then. Forgot this is the one that has no ability for orbital adjustment whatsoever. Alright, Min Scanner. Do you have total map data for Min-Miss? Hello, Argresh. Welcome in, finally. DeltaV Ration. Well, we're giving something to try to see if we can get to the DeltaV Ration. What in the actual fuck is this satellite? This is a advanced scanning satellite. What do you mean? What do you mean, what is the satellite? You've seen this satellite before. Why are you confused, Argresh? look at that. Nice clean altimetry on Min-Miss. Got full biome data, it looks like. And full visual. Alright, cool. So we should get some nice science off this. Alright. Analyze our visual data. Visual scan from Min-Miss. Well, it could be ice cream. The surface looks a lot like ice cream. The only thing we can know for sure is get down there and start tasting. Indeed. Let's transmit that science. How much is this going to be worth? Ooh, 48 data, 30 science received. Awesome. That don't have anything interesting on it. Let's analyze our multispectral data. Contemplate how fitting the name Greater Flats is as you pore over the data. Whoever thinks up these names is one smart kernel. Unlike the engineers we have around here. Go ahead and transmit that. We can analyze our altimetry. Wow, not only is Min-Miss real, it has some amazing topography. Can't wait to land in one of those flat areas. Well, we've already done that, but we can go ahead and do it. It just looks ridiculous, okay? What do you mean it looks ridiculous? At last, we have some resource data on Min-Miss. Every Kerbonaut's first choice for a starter mining facility. Is it really? I actually think this is a really good-looking satellite. It's got specific arm booms, panel arrays, experiment hubs. I think this is a good satellite. Like, the fucking nozzle on the back to help push it around if it needs an orbital adjustment looks a little silly. But, I don't know. I've always felt this was a pretty nice looking Karabachev. Tear that satellite down. No, there's no need for all that. We have nice satellites here. This is a good satellite. Too many solar panel rations? Don't be silly, Arcrush. There's no solar panel ration that needs to be worried about here. Well, we've transmitted back everything that we can so far, but I think that does go to show the value of our scan satellite program. It gives a nice chunk of additional, what's it called? Ooh, it's raining. Gives a nice chunk of additional science. We're up to 378. That's enough to buy additional things. A suspiciously solar panel shaped stomach. It's too many S's in that. Solar panel rations. I'm so full. Is that what you're saying? Could get heavy landing. The 10-meter heat shield is pretty funny. Use a set of inflatable rings for the thermal blade to provide a generous 10-meter heat shield for re-entry and deceleration. Demo qualities of an untethered bouncy council. I don't think we need composites, even if the 3.75 meter inline clampetron. Huh. Incorrectly interpreted the shielded clampetron blueprints. Advanced metalworks, the inflatable airlock, modular girder, segment XXL. Large volume containment does give us extra large tanks. Though there is something to be said for saving our money, our science perhaps, for very heavy rocketry. Granted, I believe most of these engines are supposed to work with large volume containment fuel systems. Do we have any need of these? There's the Rockomax Jumbo 64 fuel tank. The largest tank available from Rockomax Jumbo 64 is a vast amount of fuel in a friendly orange insulated capsule. Contrary to Jumbo 64, not orange flavored, should not be tasted. That's good to know, I suppose. Advanced metalworks. It's a shame it costs 300. Nanoscale lathing. Despite the threatening appearance, the green metal blobs shot out of the nano-lathing injectors not going to re-affected crystals have indeed developed technologies at least just as dangerous as this one. Oh. High-performance fuel systems are also quite nice sounding. The engine cluster adapter tank sounds kind of cool. I don't know. How much fuel is in the large volume containment? 3,200? That is quite a lot. That's a not insubstantial amount of fuel. Maximize payload capacity spaceship by exercising the size of your spacecraft. Ooh, true. True. I don't know. Let's go for large volume containment. I think we need bigger fuel tanks. I think that's what we need. And we need to consider retrofitting certain parts of our mission profile. Let us take a moment and pop back out to the, what's it called? The Space Center as a whole. To the tracking center. Show me the planetary reference chart. Because Kerbin on the right angle to the sun. What's our optimal transfer windows? I need something. I need to figure out how to get places. What is in an optimal transfer window right now? That's what we're looking for. Yes. Add block plus. Is that baked into this image? No, it's not. That's so weird. I mean, I'm looking at the Moho transfer window, right? And I feel like we're on it still. It's hard to say because Moho is so small, but it feels like it's close. Maybe a little bit further along in its orbit is where it needs to be exactly, but it's close enough. You feel like I feel like it should be capable for us to get there, but we need more DeltaV. We need presumably low orbit on Moho, 20 kilometers. We need 3,400 DeltaV to get to low Kerbin orbit. 950 for Kerbin escape. So, you know, that's not insignificant. Where's my calculator? Alright, we need 3,400 plus 950 plus what is this 2? There's 2 numbers on this Moho transfer, and I don't know what they mean. Take fun with this, but focus here. Terrain obstacles, all values, max. I mean, they're saying that the Moho maximum you need for a landing is 8,390 DeltaV, which, that's pretty long. That's a large number. It's only 2,000 more than Duna for a full landing. Humbity humbity hum hum hum. Maximum plane change DeltaV. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's 760 DeltaV, it looks like, to get a flyby. But the plane change can bump that up to an additional 2,500 to get it on the right elliptical. Alright, I see. Okay. So, with that, $3,400, $950 plus. Let's go. Honestly, we'll just call that a cool 3,200 plane change just to overbuild a little, and a 2,410 to get into orbit. That is looking like 14,000 total DeltaV if you're bad at the game. Alright, so I need a rocket with at least 15,000 available DeltaV total. And that will be with some very generous overestimations on what we need. So let's give that a let's look at our stuff and see what we've got. You know? Let's see what we've got. Let's open up the Scanner Probe Mark II M2, which is always intended to go to Moho. And as we can see, our glorious rocket does in fact have not nearly enough DeltaV. Yeah. If we look at compact and we look at yeah. Mobile. I think, yeah, this is what the stage has. This is total. So, the total DeltaV on this rocket is a horrible, insubstantial 1,200. I keep saying 1,200. It's 12,000. It's 12K. What do we do about this? I think. Is this the? That's not the new one we just got. Where's the new one we just got? Yeah, that S37200. Oh my god, that's a big fuel tank. Hello, Benjamin Phillip. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you with us. How are you? Alright, so we've officially got truly ungodly large tanks available to us now. So, with that in mind, everything needs a pretty substantial redesign, I think. This is such an odd device I built up here. What's this, a swivel tank? Yeah, I remember what I was going for with this. I'm actually okay with keeping it as is. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take everything below this service bay, which has our probe core in it, ditch it. Because that will let us split this into two separate vehicles when we get to Moho. And we can put one in a major orbit around it as a refueling station, which would be nice. We can also put on this adapter 2 to 3 and put on the 23-7200 tank, which is that's a big boy. It's a big boy indeed, yep. So if we put on this, we can get a whole hell of a lot of fuel. what kind of engine do we put on this thing? Because, I mean, even the mainsail is undersized compared to this thing. What if we put on an engine plate? What if it's finally time for an actual frickin' engine plate? Granted, I'm looking at it, I don't think we have a engine plate large enough. But if we put on this one, right? Get up under here. If we give it a triple node. Put on the mainsails. Move tool. Slide them out. I mean, it's not pretty, but I don't think these are gonna blow each other up. Also, so all three of these go up at once. That is already 5,000 DeltaV, actually. That's kind of crazy. Just a single stand extreme rocket. 5,000 DeltaV. It's got a pretty shite thrust to weight ratio, though. Which of our super heavy engines has the best thrust? Twinbore is 2,000 in the vacuum, 1,800 not vacuum. Mainsail, I guess the twin bore is better. It's a pain in the ass to figure out how to attach correctly, but it does work. 100 kilonewtons, 20, 300, 250. Yeah. Next best is mainsail. Twin bore is the only one with a better, I don't know. You could call it a fuel economy, I suppose. It's probably not very fuel economy. Liquid fuel boosters is a very purposeful piece of engineering, instead of relying on a single engine accelerator booster that employs two modified camera, one engine fed by a built-in fuel system as source of mental power. That self-contained goods comes to cost, not having a good mounting point for its underside, not being quite as efficient as dedicated engines, comes at quite a literal cost as well. Okay. It's no mammoth, that's for sure. Hypothetically, you can do this, though. The triple twin bore on the bottom. It's still a terrible thrust to weight ratio. What the fuck? I mean, I guess 1,800, 1,300 is not that big of a difference. I mean, it's a 1.35 with 4 of them. So, tell you what. Let's pull back the mainsails. Get the 1.0. We'll offset the parts just a tad so they aren't clipped into each other. Except the kind of odd outcarping there. And then we're gonna need some decouplers. Do we want the extended truss decoupler? I suppose we could actually put on the hydraulic detachment manifold. It has a higher ejection force, which would be quite nice, and it does push off a little bit further. how big do we want to go? Super heavy rocketry indeed. Oh boy. Alright, with this, the S3 is too big. Looks like the X200 tank, so actually might fit nice. Yeah, that was the main body of the previous one. That's fucked up. Alright, so if we put these on, put those like so. Take it. How many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I guess, yeah, putting them on 5 is close-ish to the middle, but really we want them like there as attachment points. Just try to keep those towards the middle. Then we put on all the X200s. Up all the way to the top. We could hypothetically try to attach with these. I guess these are actually the wrong size. Put on that adapter, that fuel tank. They're not the correct level of rotation anyways. I think these are perhaps unnecessary. Perhaps not what we want. They're so tall too, you know? They do come with the, I always forgot that they come with a, what's it called? A Separatron built in. Always forget that. Too big. That one. Put on these, give it a little rotation. Try to get them rotated to be directly in. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool. They look a little odd, but the unbearable weight of the end can deal with it, I suppose. Put on even more fuel. Because everybody knows what you need more than anything is more fuel. And then we put on the mainsail. Actually, no. Not putting on mainsails. Putting on twin bores. Yeah. Yin-Yang spacing indeed. Look at that. This is one of the rockets of all time. So if they all fired simultaneously with, you know, essentially no staging. Huh. I forgot the engine plate can work as a coupler. Let's go ahead and remove that from staging. We have no need for it. Yeah, that's funny. This does not increase its DeltaV like at all. It has a 2.4 stage 0 thrust to weight. That's nice. But stage 0 is not what I care about. Stage. What is with stage 2 having this insane thrust to weight? Is that because of the separatrons up top? Presumably it is. Where is DeltaV Ration? You know, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Where is DeltaV Ration? I mean, we should probably go for the asparagus staging at this point. We take this. Actually. Put those back on. Where's the attaching to? In between these two tanks. Cool. Now we pop this off. I'm gonna change the what's it called? Change the symmetry to double. Go. One there. Give the old alt click. And put in another pair. Try to line them up just about perfectly. That there, and we do it again. Till we have 6 essentially identical stagings. They're not perfect, but they're probably within Kerbal engineering code limits. It's funny that this one is rotated slightly differently from all the others. I don't know how that's happened, but okay. So long as they're all interconnected, that's fine. You're fine. May I ask what kind of mission we're working? We're currently trying to make a new mission to Moho, actually, which is why we're trying to get as much DeltaV as we possibly can. Why is this suddenly saying we have more DeltaV? Presumably because it's got weird staging on it. Right now. That's probably why. Well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and we'll have it go from this one to that one. We'll have this one drop off last. So let's go. Fuel tanks. We've got an external fuel duct. We'll just go like that. Actually, before I put the fuel on, let's fix the staging first. These all go off. Those are the ones up top. So all of these are going to go off simultaneously. That's the important thing. And then, staging-wise, this set goes, and these are gonna pop off. There we go. been streaming for about 45 minutes. I suppose that's true. Yeah. Time is a hell of a drug. I'll go ahead and pop this down into that stage and bring it down to that one there. Alright, so those will go off. Those will decouple at the same time. Wonderful. What coupling is this? I thought I said to remove this fucking engine plate from staging. The coupler disable staging. What? Hello? Oh, shut. You're from Uganda. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I think you're the first person we've ever had in chat from Uganda. So welcome, welcome. Am I pronouncing that one correctly? I think so. If not, please correct me. The chat will tell you I'm very much confidently wrong most times. Alright, I guess we'll just put the engine plate like way up and out of the way. Just put it last. That way it gets destaged and removed from the ship before it stages and fucks everything up. Excuse me. And you love gaming with KSP and love a game called Spaceflight Simulator. You know, I think I heard of Spaceflight Simulator recently. I've never really looked into it much, however. Have you play it, or would you just call yourself a big fan, and would you recommend it? I love rocket science. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. We love rocket science here. I was actually just in the Discord the other day talking about how I found a mod for KSP that actually simulates full multi-body or n-body physics for all of the crafts in the game, which is, of course, super cool. Because that means you can actually do really cool orbital dynamics like the Lagrange points and other such fun things, which are not possible if you don't actually have L-body physics simulated. I say L-body, I meant N-body. Whoops. You are, in fact, player for Spaceflight Simulator. Ah, very nice, very nice. Those gray and oranges are hideous. Let's just make them nice. Interesting that the edges can't be. But that's fine. That's fine. You were the first player of Spaceflight Simulator from Uganda. Really? See no other players from Africa. Well, isn't that something? Gotta make sure our rockets are looking nice. Otherwise, I mean, like, what are we doing with our time? It's nice that they can if you're using frickin' twin bores. Those giant self-contained fuel tanks on them sure do give it a power boost, but also, they're hideous. They just clash with whatever you're mowing on them. There we go. So those are all together now. Very nice. We have all of these going off at the same time. We have the staging separated. And of course we have major stage separation up here at the top. It's still so fun. I mean, that's a crazy stage separation for a rocket like this. Most of the Africans just prefer to use TikTok, just use it for their entertainment. So do most Americans, I'll let you know that. We are terrible when it comes to our little games. We love our silly little games. and our stupid brain-numbing laps. Okay. I kind of like that one being slightly different. Okay. That looks fun. Looks nice. We should asparagus stage this. And I should also, I think, we don't need to carry this entire massive stack all the way to orbit, you know? We could give it an upper stage. So we're gonna pop this off. I'm gonna go to our engines. You like Rocket Science? You can explain it very well. Another people can't even imagine I could, like, you can explain it. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's tough to be in a society that doesn't necessarily appreciate what you can offer. Alright. We need, I think, the TD37 decoupler here. Oh, disgusting, because the mainsail's not big enough. Yo, you Gundam boy, dream hard rocket science. You like rocket science very much. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear it, yeah. We need more rocket scientists in the world. More scientists in general. That's my stance on it. Can I scale this? Ooh, I can. Oh. Does it change the thrust on it? It delivers? And bring it up to a 3.75 meter. We bring it up to the 3.75 meter. Does this actually change the Does that change the thrust that this thing's gonna put out at all? Let's see. Stage 1 is where this is in, for some reason. My stage... No, this is stage 4, okay. Does changing this change that? It does change the thrust. Okay, cool, cool. Okay. That's fun. Alright, let's put in the TD37. Why is it not shrouding? Ah, I see. It has a built-in shroud, it doesn't get the decoupler shroud. That's interesting. Never played KSP before, but you're watching tutorials on YouTube? Ah, very nice. I'm gonna be so mean to myself right now. I am not a tutorial channel, and as much excuse me, as much as I would love to say, oh yeah, absolutely, keep watching Yin-Yang streaming and you'll get a whole heck of tips on how to play KSP better. No, you will not. I do not know what I am doing. Good, the rocket's in the ground now. Perfect. That's what we like to see. Alright, I gotta get in here and raise this thing up. It's such a problem because you gotta get in and actually hit the real probe core. Up it goes. Alright. It's probably as high as I can meaningfully get it. We are really exceeding the limits of the VAB at the moment. These are still even hooked into the ground. Oopsies. I suppose an option for that at least is take these. Oh jeez. Can I move multiple at once? No, I can't. Okay. That's also where the new engine is. We will be careful of that. Think you're from the United States of America? Oh, you would absolutely be correct. Good old United States of America represented. What do I sound it? Why is it not letting me select this one too? Uh-oh. That's weird. It might be upset that it's on the engine tray. Oh, there we go. Okay. No, it's just being finicky. That's fine. That's fine. We can deal with finicky. Okay. Looks like they're all up where they need to be. That's good. You're a good guesser. I don't know. I don't think I put off anything but American vibes, if I'm being honest. Solid guess, but I hate to denigrate, but I can't imagine it was a difficult one. God, this still has only a threat to waste ratio of 1. It's so insane. Right. So these will go off. Engine coupling is that? Oh, no, those. That decouple is like way up here. Because this is final top stage separation. This is everything here. These are side decouplings. This needs to fire. There. Decouple, fire, decouple top stage, have that. Cool. I don't know why that's now saying it only has 287 Mr. Still playing stock KSP or is it modded? Mr. Beast. I'm not sure why you're bringing up that guy. Hate him. But this is modded KSP. You do not get the comparable engineer Redux 1.19.5 unless you're playing modded. We don't have any modded parts, really. We have the Restock and Restock Plus mods, but those had some very minor vanilla-friendly, like, items that just patch holes in the original stock set. The other major modded parts that we have are the ScanSat utility, which is all in the science section. It gives a very moderate amount of extra science, but it also just adds some really cool things that you can do on rovers, and like gives you a reason to put things in a permanent orbit. There's more complicated orbits that you would want to put a ScanSat in, so they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I'm a fan of ScanSat. It's a good mod. All right, let's see about working on the asparagus staging, because we do need to get that working too. Otherwise, this thing is a piece of shit. So we'll go ahead and put this to there, and we'll put this one to there, and then this one goes to here. Very nice, very nice. Alright, so show me the fuel delivery overlay. I put this on backwards. There we go. Okay, 70, 60, 50, 40. Perfect, so that will drain in the correct orientations. And now, look at all this. 10,000 DeltaV. That's less than what the previous version had. God damn it. How did we end up with less? It's got so much more fuel and more powerful engines. Oh, what? All of this for nothing. I suppose hypothetically I could try There's not really a reason I can't put on more of these. The only limitation is getting them to stick. As long as these don't clip into the shroud, it's fine. There we go. Where's DeltaV Ration? I don't know where the DeltaV Ration is, I'm gonna be so honest. Because it sure as shit ain't on this ship. Alright, I think if I just ditch all these, and then I go like this. Pop that. Do the same here. Pop that. Give these a rotation so that they are facing directly inwards. I mean, that is a rocket. It did actually add DeltaV to do that, funnily enough. That added the extra 1,000 DeltaV. So maybe we're onto something here? I don't know what we're on to, but we're on to something. Now, there's a significant problem in that Stage 8 has a below 1 thrust to weight ratio, which means it doesn't work. Alright, that one goes off. That one goes off. That one goes off. It's a couple. Yeah. What stage is this? Stage 3? Stage 3 has a 1.7, so that one's good. But even with all of these twin bores, it just doesn't have enough thrust to get off the launch pad. I mean, we could try a Pollux booster, maybe? Pollux has 1,300 kilonewtons of extra thrust on it. The Thoroughbred actually has higher thrust, and they're smaller. What if we just whacked these on here? Like, just extremely small, extra powerful, solid rocket boosters. With the intent that they just decouple off these. That does give us a initial stage thruster rate of 1.13. And these other middle stages, they don't do anything. They're just shedding weight. I take these off, let me give them a decoupler. Then we take this. Can I actually attach it to the decoupler, please? There we go. Attach it to the decoupler. Slide it down. There we go. That. Put it in. Grab this. Oh, come on. Please. Huh. Okay. Uh-oh. Game is unhappy with me. I can't click parts. Did that fix it? It did not. It seems like I can't click on the decoupler itself. But maybe I can? The game is very unhappy with me right now. I don't know why. There we go. Should probably try and stop adding parts if I can help it. I think all those solid rockets are gonna be done before the honestly, how much are we gonna need those cones? You know? Yeah, fuck it. They're light. I think these will all be finished burning before that one. Puts us at 1.1, which is positive thrust, but only the entire time these thoroughbreds last for. It's making me feel like I need more power. This is what's known as a bad idea. Terrible. You know what? This thing's terrible. This thing's not going anywhere. I just want to see how it flies. I want to know exactly how bad this machine that I've built actually is going to be. Answer: exceptionally. I didn't even strut it. Oh, this thing's fucked. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh dear lord. because the Kraken loves me. That it's doing that because it has no struts. This thing is so structurally unsound. Oh my god. It blooms like a flower. Unironically terrifying. Alright, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna strut our stuff up. New wonderful rocket sign from Yin-Yang Gaming. Yeah. Yep. It's one of the rockets of all time. Anyone who tells you it's not one of the rockets of all time, they're lying to you. They don't understand my genius. It's definitely a rocket of all time. Yep. 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 Yeah. Has to be the truth. I'm also gonna go ahead and put a strut like that. We're gonna have struts that connect with the explicit intent of just keeping this shit stable. This is the most strutting I've ever done. And it's probably still not enough. Hello, Oldrill. Welcome in. How are you? How are you? How are we doing? I'm doing well. You know, I did make an Eldritch Abomination of Rocket as a cock set. That's true. It's true. We're fixing the Eldritch Abomination. I make no guarantees that it's less abominable. It's still maybe one of the worst rockets that's ever been conceived, ever. But, you know, could be worse. Alright. This thing's actually got struts on it now, so maybe this will be salvageable. Is it finally time for me to give it and get launch stability enhancers? Fuck it, yeah, let's give them a launch stability enhancer. There we go. Now this thing isn't, you know, completely free to move on the launch pad if it's not well weighted. Could be worse. Incorrect. Doesn't look very aerodynamic. Oh my god, I haven't checked this thing's aerodynamics. Oh. This thing's probably gonna flip in air, isn't it? Is this just what on earth? Oh, yeah. There's a thunderstorm. Is this just throw as many rockets on the rocket as I can? There is a method to this madness. I don't stand by it though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now that's a rocket right there. That is the speed and efficiency that we demand from Yin-Yang Gaming level rocketry. Oh, look at that. Look at that, perfect. I'm mildly upset that it goes up. The thrust to wing ratio is actually improving dramatically. This is upsetting. The solid fuel might not be out before the liquid fuel. Huh. I never really considered that might actually be a possibility. If I do relaunch with this, I'm gonna need to get the solid fuel strutted up too, because they are having a time. Which knows the inactive liquid fuel rockets. Our thrust to rate ratio is currently below 1. Oh boy. Oh, hello! Lightning storm. Officially within relatively efficient thrust. Again, that's good. Try and push us slightly to the side so we can start doing a gravity turn. I've got no idea what the top of this rocket looks like right now. That's all of the, I was wondering what all those were. That was the other piece of the rocket crashing back into the KSP. Okay. Alright. So those liquid fuels. Very nice. This rocket is performing so much better than it has any right to. It's wrong. Disturbingly somewhat stable. Like, it's not perfectly stable. It wobbles a little, but like, just by pure mass and thrust, it moves the way I want it to. It has no right to do that. That's what you get when you put massive, oversized reaction wheels on your system, I guess. The speed's really going up now. We're very low orbit. Can't see the rocket at all. There's the side boosters again. Very nice. And Apoapsis is raising. Till we're above 70 here as well. Hello, the moon. How are you? Oh, look, we can actually use the moonlight to see the silhouette of our rocket. Hey, why are we dipping down so much, guys? I need your ass on prograde. exceptionally concerning. Hello? Hello? Rocket? Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up! What's up, fishermen? Welcome back. We're currently launching a terrible, terrible rocket that has no right to exist. Oh, look, we'll even be in sun. Also, we're out of the atmosphere now, which means we can deploy the fairing, get rid of that mass. What's the goal? We're currently trying to design a rocket that has enough DeltaV to get us to Moho. A very long rocket? Yes, this is an exceptionally long rocket, actually. Alright, we should be good to go ahead and basically warp to Apoapsis. And the sun is rising. Beautiful. Look at this terrible rocket. It's not even that bad, but it's so bad at the same time. It's funny. Alright, and our periapsis just exploded. Wow. Okay. Well, this thing's now officially in a stable orbit. We have 6,000 meters of DeltaV remaining with this thing. According to our DeltaV map, from Kerbal orbit, we would need a additional, let's see here, let me pull up the calculator. We need a cool 950, approximately maybe 3,000, plus another 3,000 to cancel that speed. From Kerbal orbit, you need about 7,000 meters per second DeltaV. And that was a very ungenerous estimate of how much DeltaV you need to get to Moho orbit. This thing could not pull a landing on Moho, but this might actually be able to chill in a Mohoian, what's it called? Might be able to chill in a Moho orbit, which is what the scan set would do. This is maybe a test. We're gonna find out, because if this is an actual optimal transfer window and we are in the right place, then we're gonna be okay, and we're just gonna launch this. It was just supposed to be a test because I thought this thing was terrible, but maybe I'm better at rocket science than I gave myself credit for. Alright, so the flight path should go this way, and the ejection angle is from there. So we line it up with Kerbal prograde. We need a maneuver node that's going to be like here, I think. I'm so bad at angles. I actually think it's here. Add maneuver. We burn a hard prograde here. That would give us a Kerbal ejection that looks like that. Keep burning prograde, and that's going to lower that stellar periapsis. Come on. There we go. 1,900 meters per second. And we are going to need to correct this a little bit. Set Moho as our target. Pin the ascending node. Look at our maneuver. Said pin the ascending node. There we go. Oh, that actually overshot pretty hard. Pull that back up until we're doing that. 5.9. Burn in. put that on a cool 5.9. Oh. It's a weird approach system there. I don't know what a Moho flight plan looks like. That's the problem that I'm running into. Add this maneuver. Then I need this maneuver to obviously have enough prograde immediately to get us out of Kerbin. Little over 900. Nice. Okay, cool. Do we re-hit Kerbin? Oh no, we have a moon encounter. Looks like. Maybe? The fuck? What is this orbital path? What is this moon encounter? Kerbin encounter into a moon encounter? What? This is a wild Kerbin re-encounter, I think, yeah. Alright, that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. Just bring that up to 1,000, shall we say. 1,000 meters per second, DeltaV. Now, Moho, you're on a weird inclination. That's the problem with you. Which requires corrections to fix. Hypothetically, you can burn down your periapsis from here. And then you could make a mid-orbit correction at one of the nodes, which is way more efficient. So if you do it there, bring that way down. 1.1, 1.0, 0. That, blah, 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 0.4, 0.2. Alright, so this middle 0.2 seems to be the closest we can get. And then at the same time, don't want to propagate that way. Actually, want to retrograde here. That's a ton of extra DeltaV we don't want to spend. I want this maneuver gone. There we go. Let's see here. Seems to me like timing-wise, the way that you want this to work is can I access this maneuver as an actual maneuver, please? What is this? Node in time? There we go. Weird. You have your encounter planned on this side of the sun, so we'll burn this down a bit more. Oh, what was that? Did I see a closest approach just now? Okay, interesting. Targeted closest approach, us at closest approach. So it makes a thing there. But then, if we go to our descending node, add a maneuver, and we just want to manipulate this until it's very small. And then we just want to intersect. Multiple maneuver planning is scary. Oh, hold on. I'm seeing something interesting here. There, look at that. Closest approach, target position, closest approach. Okay. Huh. It's a very different closest approach. Weird. Weird. I have no idea what's happening anymore. Every tiny adjustment at this point is completely different encounters. For a second it seemed like they were genuinely getting closer. Maybe we focus on the thing we kind of know how to do. Sending node 0.5. Then that's putting us off of where we want to be. It's also changing where this maneuver ends up being, which is very difficult to deal with. Pull this back far enough. Yeah, there's only prograde retrograde in this so far, so that's good. So pull back down to Moho. That's the idea, at least. from there, I don't know. It's trying to find orbital intercept points, I guess. Maybe I should change my angle of ejection a little bit. Take this and pull it back a little. Changes the angle I eat from. One of those birds put me directly back into Kerbin. I mean, that makes sense. Pro-grade bird in the wrong place will just eat me in the Kerbin, but... God, interplanetary stuff is hard. Am I choosing a particularly difficult target right now? Yes. Doesn't mean it's not hard. See, it's interesting. It looks like we have a pretty direct orbital transfer. We're just maybe timing it wrong? Do we just need to wait until this is, you know, there? I mean, if we negative 6.6, right? If I do this. Interesting. I can bring it up to a negative 5.9, just like that. Do I burn more prograde to bring us closer again? Looks like it. Almost feels like we're getting there too soon. What if we come over here and maneuver? Need to burn hardening prograde for an escape. That on its own, I think, is required. But then from there, yeah, this still adds prograde velocity to a degree. This is increasing the degree of separation at this point, though. -7, 6, -7, -6. Ooh, okay. Hold on. I can bring this down to a negative 5.9. I add more prograde. How's that effective? Shrinks the periapsis. this path does cross its orbit twice. It's already 3,000 meters per second. Delta V to have to spend to get in it. If you were to... I don't know. I think Moho's out of reach for now. I think that's what we've learned. I hate to say it, but I think that's where we're at. That's it. Scheiße, even. Terrible. Tragic, horrible, very good. Very, very bad. Very sad. Well, with this having been simultaneously a tremendous success and a tremendous failure, what do we do next? Duna landing? We know that the Duna transfer window's coming up. It would be nice to actually just maybe deal with that. We could get a ton of science from it. So, there's Kerbin. There's Duna. Duna transfer window is when Duna is like right in front of Kerbin. And we are currently playing catch up with it. So that's nice. We're nowhere close to Eve's optimal transfer window. Nowhere close to Dress. We're a little behind the Jewel transfer window, but we did already send a satellite there, so that's part of it. Yeah, alright. I think we just take the L to some extent. Let's look at our Duna flight plans, right? We have a scanner already en route, which will, I don't know, make a burn. It's not even really en route to Duna yet. It's en route in interstellar space to a point where it can make a burn to then go to Duna. It's not good. Like, at least the Julian scanner probe is actually en route to Jewel. So, I believe we were either running the Duna or dead. Was that still part of it? Because that thing's pretty awful, I have to say. Like, I don't think it's getting anywhere. Rescue Lander 1 was not bad. Show me Rescue Lander 1. This has 8,000 total Delta V in it. And that's with this giant ScanSat satellite over it. Is this a good lander? No. But it's functional. We know that this lander is functional, which is kind of a giant step in the right direction already. I don't think this is the one for us, though. No. You know what? Let's try again. Let's start from scratch. I've got an idea. It's a bad one, but it's an idea. So what we're gonna need is... Do I mind throwing out the Mark 1-3 command pod as a part of this? I'm kind of thinking to make the core of the mothership a probe. Because if we make that a probe, we don't need a pilot. And then to set up ground stations, you need a scientist and an engineer. What are the other roles that Kerbals can even have? Oh my god, it's all the way down here. I forgot how small your rockets start off. Engineer, pilot, scientist. Yeah, that's what you get. Okay. Interesting. Onion pea pomegranate. Lander can. Crew capacity 1. Can you stack these things? Oh, you can. That's funny. Probably inefficient, but neat. In that case, all we need for the lander is the Mark II command pod. Though, Mark II lander can also has 2 available. Interesting. Okay, if we put 2 into the Mark II lander can, I think the lander can is the lowest weight. It's 1.3 tons. Oh, it weighs ever so slightly less than the command pod. Though it does have a higher impact tolerance. Crew operate 1, crew must pilot, include a pilot, remote pilot system available. It has an internal antenna, interestingly enough. It has a MEPJEB core, probe control point, minimum pilots of vessel 2, single hop only. Has a pretty beefy built-in reaction wheel, actually, so that's nice. Even comes with a little bit of monopropellant. It's a rover. Oh, whoa! Look at that. There's a rover version. Oh, that's cool. Hold on. Show me this rover version. I like the way this one looks. Get a Duno rover out here? That would be cool. Put on the remote guidance unit. I'll let us keep it unmanned too. Considering I'm probably not gonna put a pilot in this thing, having a remote guidance unit sounds like a good idea. You know? Just so they can, you know, always have something to do. Max model. Oh, great. This thing have technically a spherical. Ah, great. Technically has a spherical hitbox. That's a problem. Solvable by giving it plain landing gear, I suppose. Tell you what, if we go to space plane hangar. Oh goodness, why is it sideways? Is that right side up? No, that's upside down. There we go. Yin-Yang spacing. Very nice. Let's go ground control. Tire like that. Tire over here as well. Okay, cool. Tires. What am I gonna do with these things in flight? Just have them hanging out? Oh. I do actually need them to, what's the phrase? Be equivalent to each other? I'm trying snapping off. There we go. Stick it in like that, and run it down like that. Okay, those look like they are the same width now. There we go. I have an idea. Might be a bad one, but robotics. Should I give it a hinge or an alligator hinge? Alligator hinge is gigantic. Regular hinge is small. If I take this, put these on here, then take these, put them on to the hinge, and then we take the hinge and we rotate it. Right? Oh, that's cool. Put the target angle back to 0, and so we put the angle limit to -90, 0. And then, oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, that's sick! We can fold up our rover, put it in. Click. Lock it in. And it even sits in like nice and easy. Okay. Sick. How stable is this? Who's in this? Jeb and yeah, sure. Alright. Let's give this a launch on the runway. Just give it a try. Give it a shot. See what this looks like. Hopefully, it'll be functional. That would be nice. That's what I want to see, is a functional rover that can drive around A-OK. If you hear crunching, don't worry about it. I've got chips. Oh, that's right. It's the middle of the night. It leans back. Unless I'm going forward, in which case it leans forward, and also it spins. I mean, works. It's maybe not the prettiest thing ever made. seems liable to lose traction pretty easy. Oh, did I run out of electric charge? Yep, that'll do it. Okay. Hello, Thunder. Traction control, brakes. I'm going to turn traction control all the way up. And also, let's go electrical. And we'll give it a nice 2500 watt battery. Now that's a Tesla. Let's see here. What else? Large scanning arm, medium scanning arm, small scanning arm. Appears to just be the size of which it can be utilized on. That's fine. Good God, the mobile processing lab is gigantic. I always forget how obscenely large this thing is. Yep. That's a question for another time, I think. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward to the morning so we can actually see what we're doing once we get outside. Okay. Warp to sunrise. Wonderful. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get Rover back out and give it a try. Now that it has, you know, a battery. Now that it has to manage its own weight and all that. I mean, on the fact it bears down when it's going somewhere. It's actually much less likely, it seems now, to fall off. So that's cool. Whoa! What if I turn off SAS? I mean, I think I'll have to be careful. It has... Oh, it feels a little torquey. Why is this one pulling weird? That's what I want to know. It bears down and it goes that way. Maybe I should lock the hinges. That does not seem to have adjusted it much, unfortunately. Whoa! Uh-oh. Unfortunately, it's able to flip itself. Does that have... Oh, it's those 15 meters per second reaction wheels, isn't it? Huh. How do I turn off your reaction wheels? SAS only. There we go. Now with those off... Hey, it's not trying to flip itself anymore when we drive! Nice. Okay, cool. Let's go check out the squad monolith now that we have a functional car. See, that makes so much more sense now that I think about it. Like, oh, yeah, of course, the giant 15 torque reaction wheels in this thing would be causing problems. Excuse me. So, this cute little rover will, I think, honestly, do pretty well. And we should be able to fold it up and put it in a rocket without it being too much of an issue. The problem is getting it onto the surface without it being a problem. Well, it can handle running directly into the monolith. That's nice. Brakes. Nice. Pull back. Huh. No, nothing new for touching this thing? That's a shame. Can't even crew board? Yeah. Hey, Bob. Go EVA, buddy. Uh-oh. It's rolling. Uh-oh. Quick. Brakes. Alright, so if we pop over here, brake, then we let Bill get out. You got anything to say about the squad monolith? EVA report flying over group show. This is a precarious situation. No, it's not, Bob. You literally just jumped. I'll take the 5 free science though. That's funny as hell. All right. This is solid. This is a solid little device. Uh-oh. Okay. It's not easy for them to get on. They can't just hit it with the grab command. But they can do it. So that's good. Alright, we'll just go ahead and recover that vessel real quick. And then let's figure out what else we want to put on a rover. And then maybe we can take on a test flight to the moon. It's funny. I keep just like putting off going interplanetary and keep testing shit on the moon. Which is objectively like what you should do in real life, but I'm like, nah. It's Kerbals. You should probably do something better here. But there are cool anomalies and things on the moon that would be like fun to see. So, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to check. If we have this folded up. Also, the transverse rate should be pretty low. Maybe 10 degrees? I'll take it 9 seconds to fully extend. Let's give it a quick look, see what it's like. Yummy, yummy. I love these chips. My favorite brand for sure. Okay, so switch target angle, switch target angle. Can it handle lifting itself up off the ground? It doesn't like it, but it can do it, so that's good. And then once it's up, the springs and all that take effect, so then they're fine. Which does mean that if we're on the planet and we are like, We go into stasis. We just swamp. And it can fold itself back up. The wheels spin if I hold W though. I'll probably disable the motors until we get onto the planet that we decide to do this at. Okay, cool. That's fine. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What else are we doing? What do we put on a rover? They're probably fine. They did work after all. Oh yeah, this thing does have lights. You know what? Actually, these definitely need headlights. So, is that under utility? Yeah. Should we give it a Convertitron? Probably not. The light strip. What does that look like? Ding. I mean, yeah, it's a light strip. Fortunately, there's not a flat surface on this thing. Actually put that one there. We can change the color of it? Cool. Well, that's cool. I might unironically put one of these like this. Just so we can see the ground around the wheels. We've seen the risks of putting the illuminators out on things. They are also powerful. I think the Illuminator Mark 1 might push its light further than the Illuminator Mark 2. Let's go with the Illuminator Mark 1. I'll pop over here like this. And whack them on there. And give them a nice turn around. Those would actually definitely interfere, I think, with the wheel placement. What if we put them up here? Give it Mickey Mouse ears. Oh yeah, look at that. Lights on indeed. It seems like it would have a decent ability to operate at night with this. Excuse me. This doesn't interfere with the wheels, right? They do end up intersecting a little bit. Nothing a little part offset can't fix. Yep. Now they don't interact. Perfect. Turn the lights off. Definitely don't want those on mid-flight for no reason. Ooh, the white coloration matches the lander can. Fun. Alright, and fold this up as well. Now we need science to do with this thing. So, what science shall we do with it? Obviously, I'm thinking large scanning arm. That's just a nice, big, good thing to have. It is quite large. Scanning range there is pretty nice. Pull up to the front of it, have the scanning arm go straight ahead. Comes with just one small problem. It removes our ability to put anything on top of this. So maybe we find a spot for that last. Scan, been there, done that. Model scan device can set passive effects. Honing the interesting features located nearby. Oh yeah, we want this. This is the ScanSat device that lets us know if we are pointing in at like a surface feature. Oh, interesting. Oh, the camera's on the other side of it. I see. Unironically, though, would this have enough ground clearance? Because that'd be kind of fun. I actually think it might. Especially if we actually push it up to connect with the landing can. So when we activate it, just we probably don't want that directly under the car. That's a bad idea. It'd be funny, but it'd be a bad idea. Let's put those back up, actually. I think if I put this... Whoop, where'd it go? Oh, this. I take this, put it on the side here, we give it a little rotation. I think that's safe spot. Yep, even if it's extended, I think the tires won't clip it, so that's good. Tires still don't touch it. Perfect. What do we put here? I'm gonna want to squeeze in all of the regular science, of course. So, just squeeze, say, the thermometer. That's tiny. Squeeze that in there. Yep, that just peers around the thermometer. Perfect. Atmospheric fluid spectrovariometer. You are ginormous. Maybe I actually do put you on the bottom. Well, much like the large scanner arm, we'll put you on there. Gravmax negative gravioli detector. Fire sensor requires electric charge. Does this tell us? I don't know. We want it. That's all I need to know. I know we need the seismometer. For sure. I don't know about the Gravmax grenade detector. That might only be able to be detected in the vacuum. During precise strengths of gravitational fields, when you avoid of use, detect positive gravioli particles. Yeah. Alright. Seismometer. Atmospheric fluid spectrovariometer. Stick that onto the side there. Can use the magnetometer boom on land. When can the boom void have used any place besides the vacuum of space? I think this one might only be able to be deployed in space. But just for the sake of my own curiosity. Stick the magnetometer boom out. Like that. That'd be so silly. Could stick it out the ass end of the thing. Take that. Now, I don't want there because that's the main crew hatch, you know. I mean, actually, I might be able to put it underneath this. Take the magnetometer boom, stick it in here, and then inset this like that. Yeah, that should work. And I think is it targeting back to you? Yep, doesn't hit it. All right, safely hidden away. Good job. Well, obviously we're gonna need some mystery goo. I think we just stick the mystery goo over behind the door. Yeah, it's just back here. It slots in pretty nice too. There we go. Got the goo. Do we have the barometer? I don't think we actually managed to squeeze a barometer in yet. That actually should be a safe spot for it. Shit. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. No, part clipping. Awesome. What else needs to go on? What other science can we bring? Antenna, Science Junior. Source mapper, scanning arm, surface scanning module. Use them land on the planet or moon. Sample data together can be used to increase the accuracy of orbital survey scanners. Oh, I see. Well, let's go ahead and, I think we should do that, yeah. Oh, this is ginormous. Well, should be able to just take that, squeeze it in like that. Oh god. There we go. Hit every single wrong button there. We squeeze this down a little bit more. Should be able to take this, squeeze it down as well. Alright, perfect. That's just chillin' now. That's what we like to see. That it's just chillin'. What else is needed on the surface? Can I slot in a Science Junior? I mean, unironically, I could. Putting it on the side here is a non-starter. Unless we do a little silliness and squeeze it in that way. Whoa. Wrong button. I don't know, this simultaneously does and doesn't feel like cheating. Because on the one hand, the game definitely lets me do this. No problemo. On the other hand, it does feel kind of like getting around the space constraint by just fusing parts together. It's like more than half of the entire mass of the, not mass, volume of the lander clan. It would just be doing to the Science Junior. If I put a Science Junior up on top, I mean, it looks a little silly, but we can do it. And also, I mean, could then put the scanner arm up here. Or, better yet, put it on the back side here. Use this now necessary vertical space to our advantage. We can still put something else on top of that. What else needs to go? kind of need to back into things unless... Give that a little spin. Perfect. Yep. Does it need to be the giant one? I mean, I don't really feel like we need the large one. Does it change anything? Scan surface area, max fraction 67. Ah, yeah, large is the only one with a max 100% fraction. I mean, if we've got a rover... we just go to another one, right? Large one. And we'll put it in like that. I mean, other than the fact that it tries to scan into the lander cam, it's fine. I think the large one is the way to go. And then, what do we put up on the top here? Those are proper resource scanners. Those go on satellites after all. Got the surface scanning module. We have the Atmo thing. Actually, should go ahead and change how those are set up, I think. Okay, there we go. That should help keep it more balanced in the future. Things that should still go on this rover. Probably power generation and cargo space. Stamp Otron ground anchor. It's an interesting idea, but I don't think we need it. The container module. Oh, it's a large, very large cargo piece. I see. What other cargo options do we have? Maybe there's the Sec 24. Wow. Wow, okay. Sec 24 is gigantic. Good to know. There's something to be said for putting this here and then this on top, actually. Because if we do that, I think the Kerbals will be able to access that from the ground. can put that to the test. But that's a whole lot more available volume and inventory than what we otherwise get. So that'll be important to find and look at. Landing can rover also does come with its own stuff. I'm gonna actually give the rover the EVA repair kits. They just seem more beneficial. And I'm thinking maybe also EVA experiment kits? Alright, so that's cool. And then on the big one, we could put in the big thing. So we need that's the experiment mother, wither analyzer, photovoltaic panel. Alright, experiment control station. If we go to Duna, we need a weather analyzer. Requires no atmosphere. Ionographer is the ionographer, probably ionographer. Requires atmosphere, requires atmosphere. This doesn't seem to have worked on the moon, so I mean, we obviously will want one of those. This works everywhere, and you probably want one of these at least. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that need power. If deployed by a level 2 engineer, which I think is what we have, let's assume that deployed by an engineer, it gives 3. So that's, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then we can have extra with 2. And we don't even need extra stuff. Cool. You give him some work lights. Nice. Do I think I need EVA fuel propellant? I don't think so. Child-proof safety seal. Wonderful. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna use a convertitron on this thing. You know what? It needs electricals. It's gonna want a nice big pack. We can put this one on the bottom hypothetically, but it probably doesn't actually use that much power per second. So I'm thinking honestly these big block batteries might be the way to go. So we can put them safely in locations that otherwise might be difficult to use. Like, I think if we put them like that. Yep, they don't intersect those wheels. Let me just do it again. And that right there, that's 1600 electric charge in storage. We're going to give it power generation, obviously. So, yeah, I think it'll be fine. I'm thinking Swamp. Yep, that'll be fine. They'll rotate the face of the sun as needed. Tracked them. Okay. This is a rot. This is a rover, I think. It's maybe not perfect. It's maybe a little overtuned. But it's our rocket. There are many like it, but this one is ours. I'm gonna put something to match the mystery goo back here. What do we think it should be? It should hopefully be something useful. What about a mobility enhancer? Hypothetically, lets the Kribbles get up to the top. I like that it's retractable. It's not a good reason for us to use the retractable one, really, but I like that it's retractable. Okay. Swamp. Let's take this thing for a test drive. See how it handles. But with how top heavy it probably is. Launch. Let's give it a shot. It is sitting heavy on those springs, that's for sure. Well, we can go ahead and extend our solar panels. Make sure those work. Looks like they do. What's our solar panel action group? 1, 0, 9. I don't know. We'll have to check. I'm gonna retract those, that's for sure. Seal them up and away. Turn on the lights. Oh yeah, plenty bright. Good forecast too. Those do push forwards. Perfect. If we look at our science. Ooh, gravity scan. Gravity scan vulnerability. The sensor thing seems to think it's being calibrated. Cool. We'll keep that. Useful. Let's try driving. Well, it does in fact drive on a runway, which is perhaps the most agreeable of locations to drive. Let's see if we can't drive a little bit further. Can it handle a hill? Yes, it can. Can it handle going up a hill? Ramp. Not the steepest hill, but it went up it. What handling does the thing have? It definitely is. Feels like it could stand to be a little bit wider at the base to counteract how tall it is. But I don't know. It's not appreciably. Oh shit! What exploded? we're gonna have to be careful about that. If we go too fast, it will explode itself. Maybe. What even exploded? We did a flip and something blew up, and I don't know what it was. Bill. Like, go, buddy. Yeah. Alright, so. Uh-oh. Ooh. Uh-oh. 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 Wrong button. Well, it's not moving. That's good. No, let me in, Jeb. Jeb, please. Turn the brakes on, Jeb. You ass. Up we go. Da, 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 da. Bob, I'm gonna need you to try a little harder. So, it doesn't let him climb up that completely, but if we have the ladder extend, he can grab it from the ground, and he can climb all the way up. It doesn't let him go up on top of it. That's a problem. Can he hypothetically access the cargo? Yeah, he can. Okay. Well, that's what we need it for. To be honest, he can probably reach the cargo from any number of locations, but oh well. To say getting on this thing is the biggest issue. Alright, board it. Right. Let's head back to the space plane hangar. I think we should put the wheels out a little bit more. So if I take this, pop them off, go structural. Oscillator, this segment's gigantic, we don't need that. Cubic octagonal strut, perfect. If we take this, line it up there. Then we take this. It just feels a little bit more like it's going to be stable. It's just a little bit wider than it is tall, you know? Plus, it still keeps the wheel, helps keep the wheel out of the way of any of those sensitive parts when it's folded up for transit. So that's good. Should we have the back wheels be wider than the front wheels? Is that like a normal thing on rovers that helps keep them stable? I don't know. I don't know how cars work. I'll say, if I could, I wonder. We have this bi-coupler now. I'm willing to park this thing pretty extreme. Maybe not that extremely. Whoops. I can't access it anymore. Oh no. There we go. That'll be good. Man, it still is not happy about being that far into itself. That'll work. But I should be able to take this. There we go. And then this. There we go. The game didn't love that, but it works. I think as a substantively more stable front of a machine. If I have to take a gander, take this, spin it around, so its material bay isn't directly into the cargo bay. We'll take this, slot it like so. Oh yeah, look at that scanning range. Beautiful. That's almost normal. Put the solar panels on the cargo bay this time. Oh, come on. Why is it being so weird? There we go. Perfect. That is a substantively more stable looking rover. It's almost normal. It's still, you know, straight from the heights of Kerbal engineering, but I've seen worse. I've absolutely seen worse. I've made worse, actually. If we're being honest with ourselves. Perfect. How's that look folded up? No interference, nothing's getting in the way. Beautiful. Okay. Still have the problem of this scanning arm is very large. I rotate it. It's actually about as wide as it is with the wheels. Maybe just slightly less wide. Perfect. Scanning range is slightly to the left now, but it's basically still the same spot. So that's perfect. Yeah, you know what? I think this is fine. This is better. Cool. Now here's the freaky part. Let's call this Rover Can Mark 1. The idea for how see here's the issue, right? We've got this gorgeous machine that we've just put together. I actually am a little bit proud of this rover. This thing's exceptionally functional. But it's gonna be awkward getting it onto a planet, isn't it? But I have an idea. And it's gonna involve robotics and the Clampatron docking port. Probably Clampatron Jr. When we put this on top of the Science Junior, Actually, which of these has a better tolerance? I wonder. Science Junior. 50 Gs. 4,000 pressure. Cargo. Oh, they're pretty much exactly the same. Perfect. Which means we can just use the Science Junior, no problem. So we put the Clampatron on top of the Science Junior. We're gonna enable staging on the port. And then we go and we give it another Clampatron. Like that. What we should be able to do is essentially build a crane that lowers this down out of a landing machine and onto the surface. So how does one do that? Well, with robotics. There's this hydraulic cylinder, which can go like that. There's also this one, which is a lot thinner. And therefore, just as it being smaller, it has less. But we should be able to use this as a crane, like unironically. So we're just gonna take that. We'll go freaking coupling payload. Oh, the structural fuselage is. In structural? Ah, yes. Take a structural fuselage. I mean, sure, that'll work. And then we'll take a couple of these, stick them like so. Swamp, 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 swamp. So with this fully extended, and with our wheels down, this is just a test right now. Wheels down, target angle down. This extended. I'm going to want to take this home thing and just lower it down until it's not on the ground, but like just above. Because it should be, it's going to need to be able to survive fall. Okay. So, we take this, save, launch. And let's see if we can just raise this up. Because if we can raise it up, we can lower it down, you know? Interesting. Alright. The crane is ready. Let's contract. Oh, look at that. It works. It works. Oh my god, that's awesome. If I turn this transverse rate down like super low. Look at that. Oh, 5 is a lot. How about 0.5? Perfect. Perfect. It does come with one issue, which is that, you know, it doubles the length of this, which is great. But ooh. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no, it's collapsed. Oh no, what's wrong? It's so weak. He's fallen and he can't get up. Alright, let's just get rid of all that. Let's get this little launchy loo and see what's up. Is it just because, I think it's mostly just they hit the ground too hard. Granted, it does also seem like it can't fully support itself at target angle 0. Huh. But if we lock it, it does something. So if we pop back to the spaceplane hangar, and see, this is why the crane idea is important to me. It doesn't necessarily need to become crane though. Just take the docking port, connect there, and I mean, sure, why not? Service module, it's fine. Hold it. And then we go launch stability enhancer. 2 launch stability enhancers. Alright, and if we launch this, we should be able to put the wheels down and then lock the servos, and then when we drop it, it should be fine. Okay. We are in position. Wheels already down. We lock the hinges. Just gotta actually remember to do it, I think. Why can't I lock these? Oh. The angle's shuttering. Why? Oh, there we go. They're locked. Okay, so with these locked, if I undock it, ka-dunk, get off the launch stability enhancers. All right. Yeah, all right, that's stable. Good. So we just have to make sure we remember to lock it. Okay, okay. What next? We have a car. We can go places now. Look at that magnetometer boom go. Can I, looks like I can't actually run a test. I am assuming that means you can't run magnetometer tests in atmosphere, which makes sense. So, with that in mind, we can move it, save a little bit of weight. Is there any other science we can't, How does this been there, done that scanner work? It's active. It's doing things. Just don't know at all what it is that it actually is doing. Try and get out of that bush. Track the magnetometer boom. God, it's so fun to watch that thing curl up though. Dink. Can log gravity data. Can log seismic data. Can't scan anything yet because nobody scans. Hypothetically log temperature, pressure. Can run a surface analysis. Horse surface, average, screen on. Oh, sick! Alright. Resource analysis performed for Kerbin Shores. Alright, sick. Conduct a material study whenever you want. Water sprays are somewhat the same with some of the electrons are. Nice. I'll hold on to that. Might as well. Get a crew report, I guess. Those all work. Turn the lights on. Bzz. Oh yeah, that's a good set of headlights actually. I'm pleased. We'll have Bill pop out. Oh, all the hatches are officially obstructed. However, okay, that's a huge issue, and this is why we perform tests. Why are all the exits obstructed? What's in the way? Is it the bicoupler? That's the only thing I've really changed that could be obstructing that rear exit. Ooh, got 14 sites for that. If it is the bicoupler, that's annoying. Ugh. Do I change a drive stability for the ability to not EVA? Because being able to go EVA is pretty important. I could try pushing this forwards. What is the hat? Oh, yeah, those are technically connected, aren't they? Step 1. Pop. Step 2. Move. I want that probably as not far forward as possible. It's probably fine there. How's the rover? It's coming along well. We have a weird issue where we can't EVA right now, which is what we're trying to fix. Hopefully this finagling here gets whatever part clipping was causing it to be an issue fixed. Yes. And then we take this and think. Put it back on. Save. Launch. Let's just make sure we can get an EVA. That's really all we're testing right now. I have never once successfully gotten a rover to another planet, so like this would be big for me, which is why I'm kind of putting a ton of time into doing it. Granted, by another planet, I am including the moon. Alright, hinge, lock. Hinge, lock. Ugh. I hate this weird glitchiness in the hinges. Because they won't lock. You can disengage the motor. It's not helping though. I put the damping up to like a gazillion. It's trying really hard to get it to 0, but it can't, even though it's not moving at all. Uh-oh. Oh wait, they're locked. Huge, okay, finally. Alright, now that those are locked, we can undock this. And she drives like a beaut. Toggle the brakes. Oh my god! They get lit up so bright by the lights! go EVA. All hatches are obstructed. Can't exit. What do you mean all hatches are obstructed? This one right here is completely unobstructed. What is going on here? Is the part clipping that bad? Is it really that bad? I feel like it can't possibly be. But I can't think of anything else it might be. What if I rip off this and this? If I rip these off, what happens? What's the state of the game, as it were? Anything actually useful? All hatches still obstructed. Okay. What on earth is going on with this? I feel like it's gotta be the bicoupler. It's already so difficult to actually select the bicoupler. Uh-oh, there it is. Bicoupler. I do the bicoupler. I just put it back to normal. And then launch. Can I EVA now? No! What? What? Okay, hold up. I was very, very sure in my mind that was what the issue was. Oh, Jesus. I like having my headphones be corded, but it can really cause problems sometimes. Is it the docking port assembly somehow? Is it the fact the bicoupler exists? Call this a Mark 1.5. Same. Do I have the old versions? I got Rove Buddy Mark 1. There's also Rover Can Mark 1. Ah, good. This one has all those. Kit and caboodle still attached. Alright. Mark 1.5. No bicoupler whatsoever. No magnetometer. Launch. I know we don't need the magnetometer boom, so like this is a win if this is somehow related. It's so weird though that the bicoupler is completely blocking the crew hatch. Okay, this now is EVA-able, so that's good. open the rover can mark 1. Just get rid of these. And the magnetometer. Hell, I'm even willing to save this as is. Launch. Can I EVA now? I love having to test a gazillion different things. Let's see here. Bill. Okay. I think it's the existence of the bicoupler at all that's somehow impeding this. Which is exceptionally strange. So if I pop this, if we head back to the Mark 1.5, we've got it back on the default location, which is not great, but if we try this, this is going to EVA incorrectly, right? Oh. Come on, KSP. Don't you crash on me right now. I know you're mad at me, but okay, thank you. It didn't. Good, it didn't. The woes of having unlocked servos. Bill. EVA, buddy. Yeah, he can't. Okay. Somehow, the existence of this bicoupler is breaking the entire rover. Which is incomprehensible to me. Because it is just, if I take it off, it works. Is it, if anything, is covering this top section? Because if that's the case, that's a whole other issue. Put on something equally, like, oversized. It'd be really weird if that was where the crew catch check was derived from, but it's not impossible that the crew hatch derives a check from the top. If it does, it completely invalidates my rover design, and we've wasted the last several hours, but, nope, it's just the bicoupler. Just for some reason the bicoupler doesn't work. Just doesn't play nice. Why? It's such an elegant solution! And it causes problems even if it is, in the default position. No movement, no rotation, nothing. This default position, EVA, hatch blocked. Why? This hatch is not blocked. Let me try something. I want to see if I can, like, overwrite it. If I had an outside Kerbal try and get in. Ooh. The weight distribution is officially problematic. Yeah, so Val can get off just fine. So that's interesting. Hey, Val. Val, I need you to get your ass up. Jeff, put the brakes on. There we go. This thing is being wacky right now, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. there is some kind of hitbox that's like right up against it. This thing already had a kind of a weird... Cannot board a full module? What? Oh my god. I can grab. I can try and board. But... they can't get out? What the fuck? This is... Huh? I have literally no idea what to make of this. Why is the landing can? When it has a bicoupler on it, suddenly incapable of allowing my Kerbals to leave. What if I do this instead? Connect. You wanna. Push that off to the side. Take this one. Come on. Let me attach it. I know you wanna. Everybody wants to let me attach my Science Junior to their rover. Cause it's the best Science Junior that's ever been scienced. There we go. So let me look up. Okay. Pull this forwards. Like that. Now, this is exceptionally more sketchy than it used to be. But that's nothing a couple of struts won't fix so long as this lets me EVA. I don't know why it wouldn't. The back of the thing is not obstructed at all. But the inner machinations of Kerbal Space Program are an enigma. That is for sure. Alright, let's see here. Bill, EVA for me, buddy. Nope, all hatches are obstructed. Could it be the scanner arm? Could it somehow be that the scanner arm being directly in front of the thing is impeding it? Because it's on the opposite side of the ship, but is possible, maybe? Call this a Mark II. Save it. Open. With a 1.5. Rip off the large scanning. Try this. I don't know why this would be causing problems like this, but maybe? Maybe it is. If it is, I don't know how to fix it. And oh my god, it's the fucking scanning arm. Why is the scanning arm obstructing EVA access? What the fuck? This is incomprehensible Kraken shit. What? Hold on. Rover Cam Mark. This is the one where it's still a bicoupler, it's in set, etc. If I take this, what if I just rotate it straight up? Launch this. Does EVA suddenly work again? Or, alternative problem, also no idea how to fix it, is it somehow the collision hitbox of the scanning arm's, like, range somehow is intersecting the capsule and that is breaking it? Alright, all hatches are still obstructed. What if I just take the scanning arm off completely? So how much does this bicoupler weigh? Is 0.1 tons. How much is the entry plate length? .062. So it does weigh less. Not so much that I think I care that much to try and really save, but if you're on this, just take the scanning one off entirely. Launch, can I EVA? That's what we're looking at. We're narrowing down factors. Ugh. And we're gonna be in a wonderful position that the moment I have figured out exactly what's causing this, it's the scanning arm. It is the existence of the scanning arm. I'm gonna figure out how to fix this. I'm immediately gonna need to go. I have to be somewhere at 2. I'm already late. Lamau. Let's see. If I open the Rover Can Mark 1 with this, we preview the scanning range. The scanning range seems to maybe be intersecting the crew hatch. If that is the case, it should be hypothetically possible to put this on like a boom or something out in front of the craft, which is annoying because it really defeats the point of this being able to fold over on itself. But hypothetically, if that is the case, cubic octagons from there. This in here. Preview its range. Really looks like it doesn't intersect at all now, but spheres are kind of tough to say. Try a launch with this version? I swear to God, if it's just put that on front, it's... I don't even know. I don't know why it'd be... I don't know why it's detecting the preview scan arm range as being related to whether or not they could go on EVA. That's ridiculous. Shouldn't be doing that. Alright. Bill, EVA. All hatches still obstructed. What on earth? What the fuck? What if I put, like... I don't know. Something that pushes it really far away. If I take this off. Fuck it. Put the goddamn gigantic hydraulic cylinder. Extend it. And then, at the end of that, put the large scanning arm. If this is still somehow in range to obstruct the thing, we're gonna have a problem. To obstruct EVA. Ooh, the game don't like that. It does not like that. Bill, quickly see if you can go EVA. He can! Alright, cool. Finally, we're narrowing this down. So if I do that, that's still out of range. What if I have it not extended at all? That's still out of range. Okay, so we can hypothetically put the extension arm all the way out there, and that will get the scanning arm out of range, and will let us EVA. I don't even know what to do about that. Yes, Cock, you're correct. It is almost 2. But that's all the time we have for today. Like I said, I'm already late for the thing I have to go do. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being the wonderful people that you are. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those other awesome things you people do. We'll be back with more KSP later. Hello, world's loudest bird song. Good lord. We will see you all next time. We'll be back with more KSP another time. Hopefully, with an actual launch, instead of just putzing around in the VAV trying to make a goddamn rover that works perfectly, except for the fact that it, for some reason, is detecting the scanning arms range as an actual collidable hitbox. Ah! Terrible. Horrible. Hate it very much. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next time. Arrivederci, everyone.